Hi everyone, welcome to Module 27 Unit 3, and this week we are talking about effective feedback strategies for multilingual student writing. So for Activity 1, you are going to complete the following. You're going to read some articles on the Activity Resources section, and then you are going to watch and annotate 2 videos that each have a different strategy for vocabulary building. One is word walls and one is word maps. I think you'll find them really useful and get some good ideas for your own individual teaching practice. Number 2 is you're going to then identify a target learner population with whom you can teach the word wall technique and the word map technique in 2 separate vocabulary lessons. So you're going to create 2 vocabulary lessons, one on word walls and one on word maps, based on the articles and the videos that you watch. And then, if possible, you're going to teach your vocabulary activities to your students, but we already talked about this. Try them out with a family member or a child, your own child or a neighbor or something like that. And then you are going to, for each of the vocabulary strategies, describe how you would use it in your own classroom setting. Talk about the strategies, what is your experience based on if you were able to teach them and try them out, how did it go, what would you modify, and things like that. Okay, so that's Activity 1. So this is an example of word walls, and on the Google Classroom you'll see that I put a video that is related to how to use an interactive word wall and how to integrate content. So traditionally in English teaching of reading, you have word walls where you might put up sight words for students as they are acquiring sight words. Sight words are words that you need to remember by rote memorization, but in many language classes, you're teaching other languages, you want to try to make the word wall interactive. And what I mean by that is, here's an example of a word wall that has, it's a Spanish word wall, and you have the different letters on top that you're focusing on, and then as the students acquire the word in their instruction, that you are going to maybe sound out the syllables, clap out the syllables with them, have them write the word, then you write the word, and then you post it on the wall. If they're in centers or doing some type of group activity where they're using the word, you might have them circle the words in their writing and refer to the word wall for any help with spelling and things like that. So that's what I mean by keeping them interactive. Any way that you can make the word wall kind of come to life is going to be more effective for student learning. We talked last week about graphic organizers for building vocabulary, and that is an example of word maps. So word maps are graphic organizers, there are sentence stems that we use, and there are the anchor charts that we've talked about. These are ways that students can interact with the language through their writing and organize their thoughts. And I've talked to you about when you're teaching in a dual language class, or if you're using specific translanguaging strategies, a color allocation is a really effective way to help students make metalinguistic connections. And here you see in this example, I have the words in Spanish in orange and blue in English. I told you I don't like orange, but here it is, a real example. And so for some writing activities that we did in kindergarten, where I'm teaching them about parts of a story, I have them draw a picture of the setting, and then I give them a sentence frame of the characters are, and they're going to describe the characters, and then they're going to draw or write a key detail, or up to 3. So this is an example of word maps. Okay, so the rest of the, for activity 2, you do have some partner work, and I have some another activity for you to complete on Jamboard. So please check out Google Classroom this week because you will find your independent activities there. And so this is what you will see when you look at the instructions. So for your participation grade this week, since our class is not meeting live, thank you so much for going on my trip. I'm so excited. Please complete this Jamboard activity and submit it. And in doing so, I will be able to give you credit for participation for the VC. If you've never used Jamboard before, it's pretty user-friendly. You will see when you go on to the Google Classroom, you will see that I have put an assignment for you. And so you just click on the assignment and then you go, this is what mine looks like, but you'll see first instructions, and here are your instructions. So you will open up the Jamboard, which looks like this, and then I have the title of our week here. And the first part is you are going to, let me go back, you're going to read the article that's attached on a strategy for giving corrective feedback to English language learners, and then you're going to use the Jamboard to list strategies for effective feedback using the sticky note feature. So I'm going to go to my Jamboard when I open it up, and this is page 1. You see up here it's 1 out of 3. So I'm going to use the sticky note feature here, and I can write my comments and then just, when I'm done, hit save and they will appear here. So you're going to put strategies for instructor feedback on oral and written communication and strategies for peer-to-peer feedback. Okay, so that's the first part. And then the second part is on page 2, you're going to watch the video. There's a great video. I think you're all going to love it. On how to give corrective feedback and critiquing, and it's called The Story of Austin's Butterfly. It's a wonderful 6-minute video, so you're just going to watch it, and then on page 2 of the Jamboard, just go to the next frame, you're going to share a brief reflection on the video and strategies used for effective feedback. Okay, so those are your 2 assignments. I think page 3 is blank. Yeah, it's just blank because there are only 2 parts. Okay, so those are your 2 assignments for this week's VC participation. Give it a go with Jamboard. Have fun. Maybe some of you are already using it, but I think you'll find that it's very user-friendly. Okay, so the next part is activity 2. Okay, so for activity 2, you are going to be planning feedback in lesson design. So you're actually going to be working in partners this week, and I put the partners right into another Jamboard activity, so you can actually collaborate with each other directly in Jamboard, and that hopefully will help you be able to organize yourselves and alleviate some of the stress with working with people over different time zones and things like that. Okay, so your activity is going to be found again on Google Classroom. So you can go to Google Classroom and you will find that you have your groups. Your group will appear in your on your particular Google Classroom where you log in. So let's say that I am Diamante and Jing. I'm going to open up and I'm going to find my assignment here. I just cut and paste the activity 2 assignment right in there. Okay, so if I view my assignment, instructions, here it is. So activity 2 for planning feedback and lesson design, you're going to practice providing grammar and vocabulary instruction and feedback on students' written and oral communication. So you're going to work with your partner to design a lesson tailored to a particular learner population. You can choose among your partner which one you would like that to be. And you're going to incorporate 2 or more opportunities for writing and oral communication feedback. So your outcomes are you will be able to incorporate instructor and peer-to-peer feedback loops for written and oral production lesson plans. Loops just means the cycle of giving feedback, okay? You view work, you give feedback, you take the feedback, you make the revisions, you revise, and then you look at it again. That's what it means by feedback loops. So what you're going to do is, working with your partner, you're going to figure out what learner population you want to design a lesson plan for, and you're going to design a language learning lesson for the target population. Make sure you have your language learning outcomes, your objectives, and you're going to incorporate at least one opportunity for instructor feedback and one opportunity for peer-to-peer feedback. And then with your partner, write a response to the discussion forum prompts that you'll see in the discussion forum. So it will be one submission per group, okay, per partner group. So here, I just created a Jamboard for you to work together on. So everybody's group is assigned, Diamante and Jing are assigned to this one, and whoever else you're assigned to, you'll see when you log into Google Classroom. And so I put, please use this space to collaborate with your peer partner for activity 2. So you can use this to, use the sticky notes to gather, work on organizing your lesson. You can use the text box to make a big text box and just type right in here. You can, just organize yourselves on this Jamboard. If the Jamboard absolutely doesn't work for you, that's okay, but you will submit your assignment on the platform for activity 2. So make sure you go to the platform and look at the full project description, which I literally just cut and paste here, but go ahead and look at it again, and you'll find all of the activity resources, and then obviously look at the rubric to help you kind of figure out what you all needs to be included. Again, I just added this Google Jamboard for you to collaborate. You will not be using this to submit your assignment, although I would like you to turn it in so that I can see the collaboration between you and your partner peer. Okay, so I think other than that, that's a lot, I understand, but I hope that you are able to get a lot out of this week's activities. Let me go back to the main activity. So everything you need will be posted in the Google Classroom. You'll have all the links and the Jamboard activities and things like that. Okay, if you have any questions, please reach out to me and I will be able to get back to you. All right, thank you so much, everyone. See you soon.